Do you know how long I've been waiting for this? Stranger Things Season 5 just came out after a whopping 3 whole years, but the Duffer Brothers did not disappoint. And after watching these 4 episodes, all I can say is absolute cinema. So the episode starts off with the Byers and Wheeler's family having some breakfast together. You know, they're just enjoying some good eats before heading off to school, even though the entire cast is pushing 30 but yet somehow still in high school. I swear some of y'all super seniors need to get your IDs checked. But we then pan over to my goats Steve and Robin, and they're out here straight hustling, working their 3rd different job of the entire show. Gotta get that money somehow. But Robin starts talking on the radio, telling the world how Hawkins has changed ever since Vecna attacked back in season 4 after ripping the entire Earth's core in half. I wouldn't want to live here ever again, bro. But now Hawkins has a big metal band-aid covering the entire roads. Like, bro, they really had little kids sledding on top of this thing like it's all fun and games. Why are you playing with your life like this? We then see my boy Dustin walking into school with all the students giving bro the meanest side eye. And while Dustin is minding his own business, he gets pulled up on by Jason's goons in the most 80s way possible. Hey freak, what did I tell you about that shirt? Like, nah, these gotta be the most unintimidating bullies I've done ever seen, pushing Dustin against the locker, telling him that he's smoking on Eddie Munson and that Hellfire Club is over. But then we sense a certain individual's aura radiating in the vicinity, and it's that boy Lucas rocking the Subway Surfer's haircut. Barber did him hella dirty. But this goon started pissing his pants immediately. Get away from Dustin or I'ma kick your ball so hard they're gonna bust like water balloons. Like, okay, Lucas, go crazy, twin. But then we see my dogs Mike and Will pull up to the scene, and this somehow scares these 2 thugs away. They were not trying to get jumped today and decided to head out.
12 seconds later.
We then see 11 on the loose, and she's doing some cardio training, and she's out there straight moving, hitting jumps on these cars like she's Super Mario, busting pumpkins with her psychic powers, and peep the slide cancel off of the ladder into a clean arrow. She then pops another pumpkin and then proceeds to jump 25 feet into the air like she's LeBron James hitting the cleanest landing. Like, as soon as I saw 11 hitting Spider-Man levels of parkour, I knew she was about to be straight locked in this season. No holding back. As Hopper and Joyce tell her that she just got a new record, but y'all may ask, why is 11 training this hard? Well, it's because the crew is planning on crawling into the upside down tonight to find that demon Vecna. But their main objective is to drive Hopper 30 miles an hour up a few streets and then drop him off at this location. And y'all know that these kids were not playing around, cause when I heard Dustin say,
I want to see Vecna's heart on a platter. Just wish I could do it myself.
damn! So while the gang is doing their motivational speech, we see Will start getting that strange feeling that he always gets.
I need you to go with Hopper and get all the weapons together. Okay, I can.
As William starts tweaking out, looking up into the sky, seeing it spin around in circles as everyone comes to check up on Will, making sure bro is alright, but they clearly know something ain't right here. But real quick, make sure to like and subscribe right now, or else Vecna will haunt you in your dreams tonight.
5 minutes later.
But we then see Mike's sister Holly getting spun around in circles at high speeds by Derek at the playground. Bro is a straight menace for no reason, like she almost fell down from the dizziness. But make sure you guys remember this incident because it will be very important later. So while the kids are going back inside from recess, we see Holly wander off in the distance, and she goes to speak to this random person who we have no clue who she's talking to. But all we know know so far is that his name is mrwhatsit, and he's a part of Holly's imagination, you can say. But right as the teacher goes to check up on Holly, she is literally speaking to nobody. And I can't lie, this had me straight creeped out when I was watching this.
More moments later.
So then Dustin pulls up to the cemetery, sitting down beside Eddie Munson's grave. R.I.P. to bro, you will be remembered. But writing burn in hell on someone's tombstone is mad disrespectful. As Dustin realizes that something's not right here, seeing skeleton bones causing bro to get scared like he just saw KSI's forehead. The whole time, this was a setup from Jason's goons as they start surrounding him one by one. But getting 4 people against 1 is hella unfair. But Dustin starts going crazy, pushes this guy, then grabs the gasoline, spraying all 4 of them in the face as Dustin gets thrown to the ground, leg grabbed, but he says, "Get off of me." He then gets kicked, "Get up, Goofy," as Dustin takes a punch, countering with a kick, and then proceeds to bite Buddy's arm like he's Goku. But peep the mean left hook from Dustin as he then gets clocked in the face. But nah, they're really doing my boy Dustin dirty. Had me wanting to jump straight through my screen myself and throw some hands for him. But Dustin was not finished, spitting blood in bro's face, only to get hit with 2 right hooks, getting put to the floor. And Dustin starts getting that JoJo's treatment, getting kicked repeatedly. Dustin, this is Lucas. Do you copy?
A few moments later.
So Hopper gets suited up to enter the Upside Down as he walks through the underground tunnel, climbing up the ladder, and he pulls out his assault rifle as Lucas and Will start scouting the area through this watchtower, making sure that the coast is clear. So these two finally give Hopper the signal to start skedaddling away, hopping into the truck, and my boy gets ready to enter through this nether portal, which leads to the Upside Down. But while Hopper is talking through the walkie-talkie, literally out of nowhere, he gets absolutely rammed by the truck in front of him. But then Joyce and the others start getting hella confused, cause why did the truck stop all of a sudden? But real quick, I have an important message because I just want to give a special thanks to the sponsor for today's video, Raycon. Now, Raycon's everyday earbuds are an amazing choice if you're looking for a new holiday gift with the active noise cancellation so that you can blast your Spotify playlist without anyone bothering you. And these Raycons also allow you to pair up to 2 devices at once for any of my iPad kids out there. But my favorite part about Raycons is that they deliver premium audio with up to 32 hours of battery life, which knocks out other popular brands at only half the price. And with over 3 million happy customers and a 30-day happiness guarantee by Raycon, it's a win-win for everyone. And the variety of colors that Raycon offers is truly life-changing, but my personal favorite variants are the carbon black earbuds, and I've been using these Raycons pretty much every day to crank push-ups whenever I want. These earbuds truly come in clutch, whether it's binging brain rot YouTube shorts or even watching new shows such as the first volume of Stranger Things Season 5. But the everyday earbuds classics are here for the holiday season. Raycon audio products are up to 20% off this holiday season, so make sure y'all click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/YoAli to save on Raycon audio products site-wide. But make sure to order before December 15th in order to guarantee delivery by Christmas, because great gifts shouldn't show up late. And once again, thank you to Raycon for sponsoring this video. Okay, now back to the video. But this is where Will starts getting those goosebumps, and that's never a good sign because his point of view is a Demogorgon absolutely tearing up and killing these soldiers, causing the lights in the house to start flickering. And that boy Will really started fighting demons. So then this NPC hops back into the truck and starts driving the hell up out of there. Finally, a person with survival instincts in this show. If I see one of them 7-foot Demogorgons, I'm running away at the speed of light. Because look at how this creature was chasing Hopper down as the Demogorgon rips the roof apart, and Buddy right here just accepted his fate, getting thrown off of the truck. But luckily this thing didn't see Hopper in the truck, who ends up hitting this tree and gets slammed against the truck. I know Unk's back is cooked right now. He's about 58 years old. But then the Demogorgon runs over to the Wheeler's house while Joyce is trying to smack Will back to reality.
Get up!
As he finally comes back to his senses. But here's where stuff gets real serious. Because Will says that the Wheeler family is fried. They are cooked because the Demogorgon is coming after them.
12 o'clock midnight.
So meanwhile at the Wheeler's house, we see Ted cranking out a little golf session. Bro was out there moving like Tiger Woods. Unk still got it. But we then see Holly chilling in her room, and here's where we notice some abnormal activity. Because the lights in her room begin flickering, and as Holly looks at her roof, we see the freaking Demogorgon start breaking in, and she starts yelling, "Mom! Mom! Help!" Like, I'm sorry little one, but there's not much your mother can do here, as Holly tries making an escape only to get grabbed and tossed into the wall. Had Holly straight laid out. Like, bro, I'm actually crying. Why is the Demogorgon beefing with a little child? Ref, please do something. But we then see Karen chilling in her bathroom, just casually sipping on some fine wine, getting ready for a bubble bath. Now she's gotta be either extremely deaf or playing the music at maximum volume to not be hearing her daughter screaming at the top of her lungs, getting dragged by the Demogorgon. But Holly must have had plot armor or something, because Buddy grabs her shoe instead, as Holly immediately starts booking it, running over to her mom's room, closing and locking the door, as if that's gonna do something. Mom, there's a monster in her house and it almost ate me alive.
Stop the cap!
But her mother was clearly not buying Holly's act, telling her to calm down, sweetie. It was just a nightmare.
I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
A few minutes later.
So Ted's golf session gets interrupted by seeing flickering lights outside of the house, because the Demogorgon breaks through the door looking for its dinner. But look at Holly and Karen trying their hardest not to make a sound under the water. Like, this has to be the most scariest situation possible. They were this close to getting killed until Ted calls for her wife, holding the golf stick like it's a samurai sword. And y'all know how dads get though. They pick up anything in the house and will use it as a weapon. So then the Demogorgon jump scares Ted, but he was standing on business, hitting bro in the face, and this must have pissed the Demogorgon off, cause he pushes Ted and then proceeds to claw the crap out of him, sending Ted through an entire room. And oh my goodness, Ted got done the absolute worst. I don't even think I'm allowed to show this, bro. So then Karen and Holly start hitting this Looney Tunes run down the stairs, but peekaboo, as Karen starts running and then proceeds to slip on the floor.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Now this is exactly why you should have cleaned the floor earlier this morning. This would have never happened. But Karen was not going out without a fight defending her daughter, as she grabs the wine bottle and starts going to work on the Demogorgon, stabbing it repeatedly.
One eternity later.
But then Nancy and Eleven finally arrive at the house. They damn sure took their sweet time getting here, just like my DoorDash delivery. But as soon as I saw the look on her face, I knew it was game over, because Karen got her insides ripped apart twice in front of Holly. I know she was straight traumatized. So then Nancy and Eleven start putting clothes around Karen to stop the bleeding. That ain't gonna do crap. But we then start hearing Holly through the upside down, and Nancy yells at Eleven to go and save her. But look at how locked in Eleven was, stepping inside of the dimension so nonchalantly, like she's been waiting for this exact moment, not a single expression on her face. So then Karen and Ted get rushed to the emergency room, and they're currently on life support right now. I'm surprised that they're still alive, because if someone even dares to blow on them, they're gonna die.
Please, me, I need this. My mom is kind of homeless.
So when Will had his vision, he saw kids laughing and playing, and he connects the dots together, so he heads over to the playground telling Robin that he was in the exact same spot on this merry-go-round that Holly was on. And Will says that when Vecna hunts down his victims, he invades their minds first, meaning that he was seeing through the eyes of Diddy's victims.
It would mean
I was him. I was Vecna.
Now this straight up blew my mind, bro, and we come to find out that mrwhatsit had a pocket watch, he was tall, and also wore a vest just like Karen's descriptions. And most important of all, his name is Henry, and y'all know what that means. It's freaking Vecna himself.
Oh my god!
I have room for everyone here.
Lock his ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
As we see Vecna in the back of the classroom start plotting his very next target, which is Derek Turnbow. But then Will shows us that he imagined being inside of Derek's head. So then Will comes up with a very risky game plan, and their objective is to save Derek by kidnapping him from his own house, then somehow blindfolding him so that Vecna can't track their location.
3:28 a.m.
But long story short, the entire family ends up getting put straight to sleep. But then the gang start covering up all of the family members' bodies like it's an episode of Dexter as they put them all into the trunk as Joyce drives them to the abandoned barn. So then Holly ends up traveling to the woods on a little side quest, and she meets that girl Max, who we see for the first time ever since season 4. Finally! But Max explains to Holly that this world she's living in isn't real, it's all fake. Because Max shows us how she got trapped inside of Vecna's memories.
What? Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no! No!
Meanwhile,
We then switch over to Joyce to see that the barn is currently under attack from the Demogorgon, but Pete my goat standing 10 toes down, saying that if he wants Will,
You're gonna have to come through me!
It's the goat. The goat.
and Joyce had so much aura that the Demogorgon did not want the smoke, backing away from her. But then we see the Demo get absolutely slammed by Steve and the others, putting this boy on the floor. And I'm just trying to figure out, how did this creature still survive after all of these attacks? What is Vecna feeding this thing, bro?
later, in the void.
And you guys know that 11 did not do all that training for no reason, as 11 starts hitting the dash and then proceeds to hit a sonic jump straight over the fence, making it onto the roof. As 11 then hits a crazy long jump holding onto this platform, and you gotta feel bad for this man because he gets done the absolute worst way imaginable. As 11 snaps bro's neck in half and kills him with a single move. Like, damn, I did not know that 11 was on that timing.
Chapter 4 Sorcerer.
So then we find out that the military are taking little kids from their homes and taking them to the base to hide for some reason. And so Mike, Lucas, and Robin start planning a way to save these poor children before Vecna comes after them. And so they get my boy Delightful Derek to use as a decoy, letting bro into the military base. And so Derek gathers a bunch of kids together that have spoken to mrwhatsit before. So then Derek starts tapping these kids on the shoulder one by one with his ruler, making them go into the bathroom as they start escaping into this underground tunnel that the gang created for them. But things go downhill very quickly because the water pipe in the bathroom starts leaking as this little girl walks in, and we get the funniest scene of the season.
mrwhatsit?
But this little girl pissed me off so much because she gets to snitching, telling the officer that something weird is going on in the bathroom, as Mike signals Lucas and the others to escape through this tunnel without them, which leaves my boy delightful Derek holding down the door with Mike and Will, and they're out here straight fighting for their lives, slipping and falling on the water. So basically, the entire plan fails as the gang ends up getting captured by the military. We're here to protect the kids, but Derek was standing on business, saying that,
But you and your men can't protect
Baba Booey.
like, okay, Derek, talk your smack, boy.
A few moments later.
But then Will starts seeing the Demogorgons coming after them,
Vecna. He's getting close.
as they start attacking the base relentlessly, literally killing all of these military guards on sight. And the Demogorgons were moving so crazy this season, as one even throws an assist to the other. Like, bro, that's when I realized that Hawkins was beyond saving. Like, these gotta be the most useless military guards ever. I'm pretty sure even some of y'all have better aim than these fools. Who gave them their training? Like, my boy Derek was right. They really weren't protecting crap out here. They really had Mike and the crew straight skedaddling to safety, only to get saved by this flamethrower man, which had Will on the floor going through literal hell.
Help me!
Later that night.
So the scene starts off with Vecna pulling up from the upside down, and I could just feel the aura radiating through my screen, like my boy Mike was straight shivering in his boots. But Vecna said that the force is with me, knocking out these NPCs, and then brutally kills this officer. And Buddy right here really thought that a flamethrower was gonna do the trick, just for Vecna to send those flames right back at him, blowing up like 5 people. But Vecna wanted his Call of Duty kill streak, as he then proceeds to completely explode these 2 NPCs. And bro right here just started burning on the floor. Someone get him some water. So then Joyce pulls up on Vecna only to get flinged away so nonchalantly. What the heck was she actually thinking she's gonna do? Vecna brings Will real close to him, and he starts talking hella freaky in Will's ear, as if he's trying to hear this nonsense.
Oh, well, you're so weak, so vulnerable.
Diddy, come on out.
But then Vecna somehow spares Will's life and proceeds to head back to the upside down. But here's where the Demogorgon starts going after Will's friends, and I really thought that somebody was gonna die in this episode. But here's where Will gets the greatest lock-in moment of TV history, as we see Will start controlling the Demogorgons with some sort of new power-up. Bro just turned into a sorcerer like Gojo Satoru, breaking the Demogorgon's bones and saves his friends. And hey, this was a 10 out of 10 episode. I can't wait for the finale. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'm out, man. Peace.